Oh, excuse me. Welcome. Come on in if you'd like a little divination dose. We'll utilize the scrolls, tarot, and oracle. And as well, we got the spirit box here for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. I'll just get a little inspiration for today. Something to ignite introspection, all that kind of good stuff. So thank you so much for joining me. To all those who like, share, and subscribe. And to those who donate. You warm my haunted heart. Truly, truly, truly. Okay. I'm going to take a moment here if you'd like to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. I felt the need to take a really, really deep breath there. Okay, I'm in my thoughts, compartment of my thoughts. Maybe that is where you might resonate with as well. These compartments of contemplations, these compartments of where I'm thinking about something. Okay. I'm seeing windshield wipers. It's like I'm looking through a closet and I'm looking at all these things I may have bought, things I once fit into, things that I didn't fit into, something maybe you can give, hold for your daughter, whatever the case may be. But I am personally looking at it, standing in first person in the symbolic closet. And it's like, I love them all. And I've loved the journey, like seeing this closet of clothes as an entirety of a journey thus far. But I need to balance it out and make room for the next phase. And that means I can donate or hold and reserve for the next generation to appreciate that part of my journey, the way it was, the way it looked, the way it was expressed, or I can create something else with it, whatever those things are. But I'm looking at this closet and I need to make space for the next phase, and essentially it balances it out. It balances out and acknowledges I'm moving into a next stage. I'm moving into a next phase, whether it's a decade, maybe it's a particular birthday, or somewhere along your spiritual journey, whatever the case may be, even your earthly journey. Some sort of accomplishment, milestone is coming through. Windshield wipers.
Cosmic.
There's information being sent up. Like in the nostrils. So I don't know if that's a thing. If somebody feels like they've been, maybe like you're looking for a new scent, you have a new scent, or you're removing a signature scent and just allowing your natural scent to come through. But there's something about the nostrils. It's almost like I can see information coming through the nose, right? Like if you smell orange, it sends something up to the brain. If you, smell eucalyptus or whatever those are, it's information. It's like I'm suddenly very aware of things that have particular smells. Maybe you have a sensitivity. What is that? Clair? One of the clairs? The sniffer clair? Maybe that is being heightened. You're noticing scents around you. It's like a key indicator of who may be around you, what energy that you're primarily working with, or who is stepping forward. And when I say who, could be any sort of energy element that is stepping forward to support, where you're kind of like following, right? Like following the pie on the windowsill. And then I pause as well, cleanse my eyes to ensure I'm in alignment with this of my own accord. Yes, this is where I'm going. Yes, this helps or supports not being led astray. I don't know if that's a thing for some, but for some reason, like paranoia is coming through. So I don't know, maybe if some might be paranoid. I'm blatantly hearing you're on the right trail. So perhaps that's an inspiration for you or a validation. You're on the right trail. That feels really, really well. Thunder, lightning, and power. Yeah. It's like lightning strikes and shows, I don't know if it's in movies or whatnot. Maybe it happens in real life when somebody has an idea, or they, asking for a prayer to be answered or for a sign. So this is what this is about. I'm asking for a sign. Yes, you're moving into the next stage. Are you willing to make room for that? Lightning will strike. And it's like, oh my goodness, there's the sign. Shooting star, confirmation. Even as we're talking about signs, the shooting star in and of itself is a symbol of confirmation. You know how people put up white flags for surrendering? I'm seeing them as pink flags. So the color pink, the vibration of pink, the pink ray may have something to do with it. Shagai fragmented. The worst is behind you. Again, I keep coming back to this closet up at the Omens Ornithomancy. Yeah, paying attention to these signs. It's not like trying to move you into this new direction or move you into this new space to make space, create space, to have space, to fill the space with the next stage that's coming. Okay, that seems like a roundabout way, but hopefully you know what I'm saying. Because the old piece is like the closet. Just because it's done and gone doesn't mean it can't be revived in another way, shape, or form, or re-inspired or reinvigorated. But I kind of feel like the worst is very much so behind you. Thank you. But it's like I'm looking at all these pieces on the floor and admiring them. For one reason or another, it's coming in and close. And instead of like the surrendering to, okay, fine, I'll just drive around my car for 8 days with them and find a place to donate or this, that, or the other. It's more of like a sweet surrender. It's like, you know what? I am very, very fortunate. This is the fortune card. I have been so fortunate. It's like looking over all your things, your collections, the roller coasters, this, that, or the other. And it's seeing them and going, wow, what an incredible journey, or what a mundane journey. I'd like to add a little bit more spice to this. Looking ahead, I wish to add a little bit more color to my wardrobe, or, solemn it down, whatever the case may be. It's coming through and close for one reason or another. Learning and aspiration has also come through to support with synthesis. And synthesizing different parts of really realizing how fortunate you are. If you have a closet to go through and see all these different materials, textures, and textiles, colors, how fortunate you've been to go through the gratitude of, like, even looking at things that you thought were going to take you down, or that were devastating, and really what they possibly led to. Again, the Shagai, the fragments of your frequency, and what you learned from them, and what they're really bringing in. The new space is being asked to be called in because your senses are growing. Whatever the case may be, your clair senses, your energy, your aura is expanding because you're being asked to aspire to the next versions of yourself available, whatever it is that you choose. And I come into the Libra Venus scroll to grow more compartments because you contain a lot. Shooting star confirmation. The signs and omens are all around, really, to help you see truths. If you are stuck, if you're feeling stuck, the whole daddy Saturn, tough love. But are you possibly applying too tough love to yourself? Too tough. And that's not coming out, if you are Capricorn or Saturn, this, that, or the other, just, are you being too tough on yourself, too hard on yourself? Okay, then I want to dig into that. Why? Fire. Why? Light a fire to see what comes through as more sign symbols through the smoke, maybe doing a cleansing. The aspiration in fire as well. Being truthful to yourself. So, I was so hard on myself, or I don't fit into this anymore. Bringing it to a very mundane level, but of course symbolically applying it to whatever higher multiverse kind of level you would like to. Why am I being hard on myself for this earthly existence? I used to be a size 8, now I'm a size 12, or I used to be a size 2 and now I'm a size 4. What does that mean? And I feel like that's the question to ask oneself deep down inside. What does that mean in regards to validating or applying value, worth? And that's not, if it's a reflection of some sort of health that you feel you felt better at or have memories of, use it to inspire. Like that old version can inspire this version of you. Not to be the same, but to bring in the feeling. Does that make sense? Or maybe you had a different job, and when you had a job, you had a certain uniform, or you had certain things that you would wear. And you're like, oh, I really liked that feeling. Maybe you're not there for other reasons, but you like the feeling. And you're like, I would like to revisit that, but maybe in a different industry.
Blessed.
Synthesizing the past to be your buddy, to be one of your signs and symbols, to synthesize that. Does that make sense? Change, lunar eclipse. Okay, so for those that may be working on their gifts quite significantly, and when I say gifts, sensitivities, in any way, shape, or form that is, it's like a whole eclipse season has gone by. Oh, I can see my dark stage, my gothic stage, or, my dancing stage, whatever the case may be. I can see all these stages of myself. And I feel like the change is like shifting to see it like with the black eyes, and it's bringing it into like the black-eyed children, but that's a little creepy, but that's okay. Not having this this chain around your neck of these different versions. I don't know, they keep telling me they brought about so much learning. And now you have to decide. There's space to decide how you want to learn moving forward. Tough love or gentle grace. Solar eclipse, revolution. Okay. Excuse me. I had to burp up that energy. It comes from my Reiki training. I apologize. Like, what are the odds? Solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Cycles of shift. Synthesizing between the two of them. Saturn, your multidimensional truth. Because Saturn is not so much of a hard ass as everyone thinks. It's because everyone applies that and keeps reaffirming that to the energy of Saturn. Has anyone actually checked in personally with Saturn's energy? Or are we just reclaiming what is said over and over and over again? Have you actually checked in? Decided to build a relation, spend a little time, connect with the planetary energy and be like, Saturn, is this actually your archetype? Is this one of your archetypes? Do you have another aspect I can maybe connect into? Okay, closing out for this divination dose. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you did like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to share with your friends and your family. We have here a Chiron healing. Take that as you will, as you are moving through the solar and lunar eclipse of your essence, your skill sets, whatever you are aspiring to. Signs. Sign, everywhere a sign. Okay, closing out. Last but not least. Done like dinner. On the bottom we have will. Waxing, giving us again. There's that cycle. Okay, sorry. So I want to know in this card here in the lunar eclipse, all the way up there. When I say all the way up there, it was just like, oh, what is this little? That is that. 44, stability in your psychic senses, stability in your psychology of how you perceive things and your perspective of how you look at all the different versions of yourself, watching your gifts grow, watching things fall away and realizing they were only there for a time to serve. They've been doorways. The lunar god masculine, and we have waxing crescents peace, masculine and feminine energies both coming through, the sun and the moon. They are both in a place of power. They are both in a place of power. One is active and one is passive. Neither are in competition with each other. They understand that together they build the life that is worth resting in peace. Resting in peace and resting in peace while one's still conscious, right? Taking those moments to consciously relax and rest versus in a response to the overwhelmingness. I really, really enjoy this. the active and the passive, the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, different ways things are coming through. We're better together. This is Jack Johnson. We're better together. Okay, I'm going to let it go. Thank you so much for being here. You have truly been an inspiration. Thank you for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. All the links are below if you'd like to donate, personal, request a personal, and all that kind of good stuff. All right. Thank you. Thanks for scrying.